Hello Sagittarius, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with a love forecast for you guys. Bonus reading coming in first as the most viewed video for the second half of May. So thank you guys so very much for the love and support. So let's get right into your reading here. I'll be pulling from the relationship design cards, that's by Sister Moon Tarot. And I'll go ahead and grab some cards from my deck, the Dating Scene Oracle. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and open it up to whatever messages want to come through here. General advice as always, so please keep that in mind throughout. Always take from it what makes sense for you and release what doesn't. Alright Sagittarius, so for your bonus reading, let's grab some insight here on what it is that you need to know at this time. We are starting off with imbalance, rocky, unstable, and faulty. All right, so let's grab some tarot to see what that is tied into. I'll be pulling from my Valentine Connection tarot here. So what's up with that imbalance? Maybe, obviously, if it's already resonating with you, it's got something to do with what's going on in your life. Look at this. Ten of Wands represents heavy burdens. So if this is a situation that's been causing you stress, if you feel overwhelmed, maybe you've been burning the candle at both ends. This doesn't just have to pertain to your love life. It could have something to do with other connections. It could be friendships as well, how you get along with your family, whatever's going on in your work life. Maybe there's this need to balance things out between work and play, if that makes sense. So this could be what's stressing you out right now. Look at this next card though, guys. We've got the Three of Swords, and that's followed by the Eight of Cups. So more than likely, if there's a situation here that's no longer working for you, if you and this person don't get along, if the relationship is rocky as it says, maybe they did something to hurt you. We do have the Three of Swords representing a possible love triangle or a third-party situation. This person could have really hurt you. For some of you guys, this could even represent something that happened a long time ago, but if you haven't taken the time to really heal from it, that could be affecting you still. So there's this need to detach. If you've already walked away from this person, let's just say you're not together with them anymore, but there's still a part of you that's still affected by this pain and heartbreak. That's something that you need to detach from as well. To leave it all behind, because it's not going to help you moving forward. So lay down whatever that heaviness might represent, especially if it's someone else's issues that you've been holding on to. You know, it's time to move on from that. This could be past energies, or for, of course, some of you, this could be what you're dealing with right now. An unstable relationship. There could be infidelity going on there. So part of the advice, if this person isn't able to meet you halfway in the partnership, if they're just not showing up for you, if they're hurting you more than loving you, perhaps the advice is to walk away from it. Some of you guys might be feeling like, you know what, that's super scary to start again, feeling very vulnerable to put yourself back out there. And it's interesting that we are going to be focusing on messages from a deck called the Dating Scene Oracle. You know, for some of you, just the idea of getting back into that dating scene could be terrifying. And so it makes sense here that we've got the Strength card, because that's the energy that you're going to need to tap into to find the courage to do what's right for you, to find the courage to take that first step of walking away if you haven't already. Because you're meant to start again. You see how that's coming forward? This is giving you the necessary clarity to walk away from a situation if it's doing more harm than good, you know? So this is giving you the nudge to be able to tap into the strength that you need to cut people out of your life that really aren't doing anything for you at this point. Some of you guys could have already had a tower moment. an upheaval. This could have been a very chaotic experience. It could have been an unexpected breakup for some of you. This can represent the separation already, or this is where you guys are going to, this is the direction that you're going. So there could be a tower moment here because of the instability of the relationship, because the foundation, it's not strong. Look at this. So you now have the Six of Swords, which makes sense for me. Walking away and moving forward. Because this is what you've had to deal with right here. We have the Hierophant. Some of you guys have learned the lesson attached to this experience. It could have been a very difficult lesson to learn, but a lesson nonetheless. If what you were hoping for from someone, especially in a romantic partnership, was commitment, perhaps that was lacking. Because if they were involved with somebody else, if there was a third person thrown into that equation, then they weren't fully investing themselves in the relationship. So it's time for you to detach and walk away, as we can see. Leave it behind. That is the advice that's opening up your bonus reading here. So hopefully that makes sense for some of you guys. I want to go ahead and grab another one from the relationship design cards here. And then we'll grab some cards from the dating scene oracle. So let's see what else needs to come forward here for Sagittarius. So if that first part didn't make sense for you, maybe this one will. Complicated, layered, complex puzzle. So if you are dealing with a complicated situation, let's see what's up with that. I'll be pulling from my Tanielu Tarot deck here for Sagittarius for this bonus reading. So what's up with this complicated situation here? The Hermit. Some of you could be dealing with a Virgo, or you're in need of just spending time on your own because this is so complicated and complex. Maybe it's just overwhelming you at this point to even try to fix this or to try to figure out a solution. You do have the Sun right after that. Maybe right now, Sagittarius, what I'm feeling for some of you is you're happier just being on your own because this is so complicated, as we can see right here. So whatever this represents, these two cards for me, it's telling us that you might just be better off spending some time on your own to at least think things through, or to be able to figure out a solution away from the chaos and the complexities of what this represents. You might also decide, after having done some soul searching here, that you're better off going in a different direction to find your happiness. It could be that too. Look at these next two cards, guys. We've got the Nine of Swords. We've got the Three of Swords popping up again. This reading is not very long, but look at the cards that are presenting itself here. There's a reason, guys, why the Three of Swords is popping up twice. We've got eights showing up. Okay, so eights can represent change in tarot. You know, something is clearly out of balance and it's complicated, as we can see right there. So the direction that you're being given is to walk away and move forward with your life. There's this need to leave something or someone behind because it's starting to affect you, perhaps your health, your mental state. This can represent nightmares, insomnia, anxiety, depression, you can't sleep. Because look at what you're surrounded by. You know, you've got this heartbreak, this pain, the grief, the separation, love triangles, drama, third parties. So no wonder you would want to just be in hermit mode, because this is painful. Look at this, guys. Whoa. So there we are again. Catastrophe, destruction, upheaval, separations. It could be divorce for some of you guys. This was heavy. This was something that happened, Sagittarius, in your love life or just life overall, where it was very chaotic. This upheaval, whatever that represents, whether it's related to your love life or something else going on in your life, you know? Maybe you even feel that this has something to do with unhealthy attachments, an unhealthy relationship, that there wasn't a strong enough foundation in a relationship to be able to withstand the test of time. Look at this. Do you see these cards? The Hierophant and then the Ten of Cups. So this could be an indication for some of you that maybe a marriage fell apart, a relationship, a committed partnership fell apart, okay? And it crumbled. So sorry guys for the noise in the background. I swear this warehouse and the trucks, oh my gosh, it's almost like they've got radar. When I'm in here in my office doing a reading, that's when these beeping sounds and all these trucks are backing in and out. Drives me nuts. And then throw in trash day on Thursdays and we've got the perfect storm. All right, so I apologize guys. Anyway, so we've seen the Hierophant come through already, remember? So it's coming through again. Totally separate deck, right? So at one point in time, you guys might have been committed to each other, or the commitment simply is lacking because they were investing their time with somebody else. We do have the possibility of a third party situation right there, you know? And then we've got the Emperor coming in representing the divine masculine. For some of you guys, your masculine could be Aries specifically. Can't be any sign though. But this can also represent a father figure. Okay, so this could be, for example, a divine masculine who's the father of your children. Here you guys are with a family, could be married or in a committed partnership. And then this Tower hit, more than likely because of that Three of Swords. Very painful. It resulted in a separation, you know. So it makes sense for me, Sagittarius, if right now, just based off of two Towers coming in, and then two Three of Swords, that you would be most at peace probably just spending some time on your own, because this is too painful to deal with. It's too complicated. It's not so cut and dry, you know, especially if you've got children involved, families involved. It's not just two people. It's not just three people. It could be way more than that, especially if the third party had a family. You know, it's very complicated. That's a perfect card to come through there. All right, Sagittarius, so if you're relating to this, let's go ahead and grab some cards from the dating scene oracle here. What else do we need to know? If you guys are actually interested in this one, I am in the process of revising it. The manufacturer of the card deck, they ended up deleting a lot of the images for quite a few of my decks, so I've had to recreate them. So yeah, it's going to take me a little bit longer to upload new images and get this back and available on my deck shop. But once it is, I'll certainly post that. All right, so Sagittarius, what else do we need to know here, especially for those of you really interested in getting back into the dating scene, you know, after having experienced heartbreak? Whoa, look at this. So we've got dashing and debonair representing husband material. Now, for some of you, this could represent your husband. Somebody that at one point in time, you know, you were very attracted to them. And look at this. We now have a love-struck divine feminine. So the two of you together perhaps created a beautiful life. You had the Ten of Cups. Things were happy. Things were harmonious. You guys could have had children together, a child or children together, or even blending families, if that makes sense. You had it all. But something clearly broke you guys up, but it's coming through as infidelity. It's not always that. It's not always third-party situations, but it is coming through in that way here. We do have the instant connection, soulful bond. So also, this could be interpreted as far as being able to attract new love, somebody who can be your spouse, your future husband or wife someday, you know, especially if you're just really needing to detach and walk away from a situation because it's no longer serving a purpose in your life. We've got touchy-feely. This could be somebody who's very affectionate with you, loves to hug, loves to kiss, loves those intimate moments with you. And then we've got dreamy, like a fairy tale, magical connection. Now, for those of you who experienced the Tower moment, again, in the very beginning of that partnership, it could have felt like a dream. It could have felt like, you know what, I'm so lucky. I've attracted this person. Everything's wonderful. And then everything just went to hell, you know? So things could have shifted, as we can see, where things just aren't as wonderful as they used to be. And more than likely, you guys are broken up. There is a separation. It's been very painful. So this can, as we can see, also bring you towards a relationship where you can find happiness again. You did end up getting that sun's energy, you know? So let's go ahead and grab some tarot from my Luna Tarot deck here. What else for your bonus reading here, Sagittarius? So you have the capability, guys, to find love again. Look at this. 8 of Cups, walking away. Damn. Yeah. You got to walk away from a situation where they're just not able to be there for you the way you need them to be there. But look at this. You're meant to find happiness. This can be a twin flame connection for some of you. That could end up being what you do attract. This can represent a future marriage for some of you if you're open to that. However, this could also be interpreted for those of you, and take it if you feel that this is even a possibility. You walked away from somebody, you distanced yourself because there were infidelities there. Because this can also represent a reunion. This can represent families that come back together. This represents a celebration, like a wedding. Some of you guys might decide to renew your vows after having experienced such difficulty in your relationship, whether you were married or not. This comes down to teamwork and two people who have the same vision of what you guys are wanting to build in the future with each other. This represents right here a very strong foundation. So it's either a much stronger foundation that's being built through a renewed connection, because this knocks down that faulty foundation. Okay, so going back to this from the very beginning, imbalance, rocky, unstable, faulty. That's why we have the Tower. It came through twice. So the Four of Wands can represent the fact that you guys can rebuild that foundation so that nothing and nobody can knock it down again. Walking away from drama as well. Look at this. We've got the Ace of Swords, clarity of thoughts. We've got the Fool card coming through. So there are references to new beginnings here, Sagittarius. If you want that new beginning, it can happen. I feel there's a lot riding on your shoulders here. You are in control of how this goes. If you would prefer to go in a different direction and be able to find a whole different situation, new person, that's your option, that's your prerogative. So it depends on what you're wanting. Either a reconciliation with somebody, it's possible, or if you're really just wanting to walk away, or the need to walk away and leave something and someone behind, this is telling you that by moving forward, your journey ahead looks pretty good. Ace of Swords, you know, some of you guys really might just want to cut someone out of your life and call it a day. Look at these cards. We've got the Hermit coming up again. Some of you guys really need to be able to just focus on yourself, spend time on your own, maybe spend some time being single and just enjoy single life before you get back into the dating scene. This requires healing on your part. This requires you being able to really contemplate what it is that you're hoping for, searching for truth in your life. This is about inner guidance, you know, so take that time, because that's valuable for you to learn certain things about yourself, and that's what's going to take you here. You see? I love how that came full circle. So you're meant to find happiness here, Sagittarius. You know, it may not have been a straight line getting here, but you're meant to get here. That's why that in and of itself as well is coming through twice. Love it. All right, so that's where I'm going to leave this one, guys. If you are interested in your own personal private reading, that information is down below. Thank you guys once again for coming in first as the most viewed video for the second half of the month. I hope you guys do enjoy the content that I put out there, and there's always new content uploaded pretty much daily, if not every other day. So that's it for now, guys. Thank you so very much, and I will see you guys on the next one. Take care.